Sound Mind and Body is supported by My Body Tutor. Lose weight, look great, and get the confidence you deserve with your own weight loss coach that will help you stick to your weight loss plan by providing daily and personal accountability like no other service in the world. For $50 off your first month, mention Sound Mind and Body when calling 516-456-6248 or by visiting mybodytutor.com. Sound Mind and Body is also brought to you in part by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/inbound.
Hello, and welcome to Sound Mind and Body, a podcast where we interview inspiring people on the many different ways to stay healthy, balanced, and well of mind, body, and spirit in today's crazy world with a dash of woo-woo. Today we are talking about consciousness and energy and what is possible. Our guest is Mylene Aldrich, an energy healer and body therapist who uses a method called Access Consciousness, created by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dain Heer. It's a different point of view about life. It allows you to change anything you cannot change and create everything you desire in a different and easier way. That sounds good to me. So let's have this conversation. Welcome, Melen.
Hi.
How are you today?
I am doing awesome.
Thank you so much for being here. And you are just this energy that I feel uplifted by every time I'm in your presence.
How does it get any better? Love it. Contagious.
It is contagious, I have to say. I actually feel the energy around you. And maybe it's because I'm becoming a little more conscious, or I don't know, but I love it. So you and I had a conversation recently. You've been a client at my strength training studio. And we kind of knew each other before, but we never had the chance to really talk until about a month ago when you came in and you were being, one of our clients in our photo shoots that we recently did. The talent. You were the talent. And so you came in and you were the first one there, and we had like 15 minutes and we just started talking, and then you started telling me your story and I was just fascinated. So I said, I would love to try what you're doing, your energy healing and your body therapy session. So I was able to experience one of your energy healing sessions, and it was just profound. And it has changed the way I think. So I'm very excited to have this It worked. My plan is going just the way I think. So why don't we start from your healing journey? You told me you had something happen in your life. And what happened to you and how did you get through it?
So I had a stomach problem. I had there were perforation in my stomach lining and misdiagnosed many times, and it got me to the hospital and put me in cardiac arrest.
Oh my goodness.
And then after that, when I woke up, I was like, okay, let's find a solution for this that is other than doctors and hospital and whatever they were talking about, because obviously they can't figure this out. And that put me on the internet and searching for alternate ways to cure what I was experiencing. And I came across the Gerson therapy and started to do that for a few months. And then...
now, the Gerson therapy, it was created a long time ago by the Gerson family, right? It was a husband and wife. So you can look that up, and it's a more natural, holistic type therapy,
it's
right?
Raw juicing, organic with coffee enemas,
coffee enemas. Yes. See, I told you, Tim, I was going to talk about coffee enemas.
What is it? How does it work?
Well.
We'll talk about that. No, it's a good thing. Yeah.
So that led me to discover Access, right? Doing my research, and there was Dr. Dain Heer that had a video series that you sign up, and then he sends you a video every other day, and then those tools. I was just watching those videos first, just completely like, really? Like,
yeah.
The way he was talking was really connecting with me. And the tools that he was given every time were applied in my life, and it worked.
Right.
And things were changing, and I'm pragmatic, so I like things that work. So.
Yeah, right, exactly.
If it's working, I'll use it. So there you have it. So that's how it started for me. And
then when did you take did you go and take a course with Dr. Dain Heer?
Yes, it took maybe a month. They had a class coming up in Los Angeles, a bars class and foundation.
So what is bars?
Bars. It's 32 points that are located on your head. That when you apply a light touch to them, they are activated, and they dissipate all your thoughts, feelings, emotions, trauma, drama, stress, everything that makes it icky in your life and that stops you from exploring the infinite possibilities that you have.
That sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. So you went and took this course in the bars. So there's a lot of different courses you could take there, right?
Yes, definitely. Many, many courses. My second was Being You, Changing the World.
Okay, I love the title of that course.
And wow, that catapulted me to really explore. Like everyone wonders, who am I? What do I do in this world? And how do I make this work? And all of those questions that we have. For me, it's like, well, what would I like to do? What would be fun for me? And that class just explore all of it. And
so when did you decide to become a practitioner? What was that process?
Well, that was a long process. I started in 2005. Well, all my life, people were telling me, when you give me a hug or just your presence, I feel better.
Oh, really?
And it was something that was like, oh, cool. Like, didn't put much attention to it till later on. It was like more and more people were telling me, and I decided to look into it, see what that was, right? Exploring, seeking. And I tried the Reiki. Reiki was great. I have friends that do Reiki that are just very amazing, but somehow I made it to the master and it's just not working for me.
Right.
I knew that there was something else that was more me.
More you. So you are a master Reiki certified.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that just wasn't working for you.
No.
In what way? Like you explained to me, the difference to you was that like Reiki is a little more the energy coming through another person.
Yeah,
right?
There's they channel energy from other beings, and what I do is just be that energy, and
you help connect the person that you're working on to their own energy.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Because we are all infinite beings. We have infinite amount of possibilities, choices. Energy is everywhere. It's everything. So,
well, I know that when I did the session with you, I was just like, it opened up. Maybe some of those 32 bars got connected better or cleared or whatever. And I want to do it again soon. But it's just like, I feel like I've just started shifting my consciousness, like how I think about things. And so you began then you decided after doing the Reiki to go to toward being an access consciousness
Yes.
practitioner.
Yes.
So what did that require? More certification, more classes, more, what did
I
that
was
require?
just taking classes often, like twice a month or every other week, or like anything that I could fit in my schedule. I was at it. And
Were you doing something prior to getting into all this energy work?
what do you mean?
Were you working in another field?
Oh, yes. Well, I had a regular job at an office.
Oh, no way.
I was bored. Oh, my
you
gosh.
sitting in an office?
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that.
Yeah, no, me neither. That might have caused my stomach problem.
It might have.
I'm like, what's going on here?
You do not fit
I
in
was
an office.
really, really good at what I was doing, but
Yeah.
it was
not you?
it was not me. No.
Wow. And so you started taking all these classes, and then how did you start beginning to do this and then take clients? And what was that like in the beginning, where you just started to work with people?
I was just offering everybody that I know, hey, I'm doing that new thing. Want to try it? And then I would proceed, and they would be like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And then, I started to charge after a few sessions, and then I increased, and
Word of mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I built my clientele like that.
And now you're so busy.
Yes, I am.
You're so busy now. It's hard to get in a session with you. So why would someone do a session with you? Like, what does it help, and how often, and what do you recommend to people when they come to you? Why do they come to you to do a session?
Well, people that are seeking greater consciousness or just a change because they feel stagnant in their life, and just like create change. Like this is not working for me, and I'd like to be able to travel. I'd like to make more money. I'd like to have more fun. And where is the song that I had in my heart when I was younger? And you know what I mean? All
Yes.
these little things that are like, you grow up and then you find yourself later and you're not happy, and you're seeking greater for your life. And that's where
I come
in.
You just kind of told in a different way the story where I got to last year when I decided to finally start this podcast. I had lost a piece of myself. I was like, who is that person anymore? You're not there.
You lose.
And I call it, I got to find my woo-woo again. Because it's that little magic thing inside that makes you excited about life, Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is what my inspiration was to do this. And when I continue to do this podcast, I feel like I'm re-inspired all the time with my guests. And I love the thought of what you're doing. And I've seen some of the videos with Dr. Dain Heer, and I've heard some of his, he's got a beautiful voice, first of all, and he's such a kind person.
Oh,
and you feel that energy come across. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, let's just be the best you can be for the world. What if you were the best person?
Well, it starts within. Be the best person for you, and then it will create a ripple out in the world.
Well, that's true. Mm-hmm. Start being it for you.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. So what is a session like with you when somebody comes to you? What happens? Okay,
so the first thing is I ask them, if you can have anything out of this, what would it be?
Okay.
And then it brings up an energy. They start talking with me, and I kind of feel where that's going, and I ask them a few questions, and then when it's becoming congruent with what they're asking, I start the session. I lay them down on their back, and I start running their bars.
Okay. And you start connecting.
We go from there.
Connecting the energy. And then, I know when we were doing it, I was talking to you and saying what things I wanted. And then you were running the bars. And then I felt at one point, I remember, I don't know if you were down by my feet or something, but I literally felt this like energy go up my legs. And I was like, what? This is crazy. Like I hadn't felt it that strongly before. I've had Reiki and I've had these things, but I really feel the energy strongly from you. You're a very clear channel. I feel like,
Thank you.
Very powerful. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we come back. We're going to talk about these amazing questions that you bring up.
Perfect.
Hey, it's Tim Edwards with the Inbound Podcasting Network and producer of Sound, Mind, and Body. Just the fact that you're listening to the Sound, Mind, and Body podcast tells us that you enjoy consuming your content through your ears. Now, if you're a podcast listener, you're a perfect fit to enjoy audiobooks. So for you, our listeners and official members of Sheila's woo-woo community, Audible is offering you a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial to check out their awesome service. Give it a shot. You've got nothing to lose. It's absolutely free for 30 days, and you get a free audiobook to keep even if you don't continue with the subscription. Support Sound, Mind, and Body by visiting audibletrial.com/inbound. That's audibletrial.com/inbound. We'll include a link in the show notes, or just click the Audible banner at soundmindbodypodcast.com.
Hey everyone, Sheila here to tell you about a very special offer from My Body Tutor, a weight loss program that is 100% guaranteed. Yes, you heard that right, 100% guaranteed. I interviewed Adam Gilbert, founder of My Body Tutor, on episode 19. And I was so impressed with this program that I asked Adam how we could work together. And he is now offering our listeners $50 off the first month. Plus, he offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose except some of that stubborn weight. And you want to lose those few pounds, right? I certainly did. I signed up, and after 1 week, I lost 2 pounds. I'm so excited. So try it. Go to mybodytutor.com and sign up. Tell them Sound, Mind, and Body referred you, and you will immediately be credited $50. Or go to the show notes on this podcast, and the link will be there. And it's also on my website, soundmindbodypodcast.com. Let me know if you're signing up. We'll do this together. mybodytutor.com.
On the next episode of Sound, Mind, and Body, Sheila takes you along on her Pilates retreat and discovers the woo-woo magic of Pilates.
The cool thing about Pilates for me is that I have learning disabilities and ADHD, and I was medicated for a long time as well.
Really?
And learning to breathe and the mindfulness aspect of Pilates has really changed my life. And a number of my clients have found their way to me that have a similar issue. It's interesting the people that come out of the woodwork that are struggling with things in their professional lives and their personal lives that the practice of Pilates has helped them with, not just on the physical level, but in the emotional and the mental level as well.
That's next week on Sound, Mind, and Body.
Okay, we are back and we're talking to Mylene Aldrich, who is an energy healer and a body therapist who uses a method called Access Consciousness. So when we did our session, you told me these questions. There's a lot of questions that are wonderful that make you start thinking, but there's 3 in particular. So do you want to talk about these questions? Tell us what these questions are.
Those questions are tools that I use every day for myself that create the space and the change that I am looking for.
Okay.
And one of them is, how does it get any better than this?
Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's just talk about that question.
So every time you have something that doesn't do too well for yourself or that's gone way wrong, how does it get any better than this? It creates an energy that uplifts and that it opens the possibilities, right?
Right.
And then when something is doing good and you're just excited, how does it get any better than that? Why stop the energy there, right?
Oh my gosh.
How does it get any better? Even greater. It's all about asking for greater to show up and to be in that energy of what else is possible is another tool.
Which the second tool, right? What else is possible? And you can think about it like if you have a problem, as you said, or if everything else is going amazing and you want to keep going. What else is possible?
It opens the door to all your choices, possibilities, and just like we are creative beings, right? And we like to take another step and take another step, and it's just like opening those doors. What else is possible? Okay, like you have this show up and this show up, and oh, what else is possible? And then something else. It's like it makes it exciting.
It does make it exciting, and that's really what I've come to realize is that it's all about following that excitement in your life, because that's what we're here for, I believe.
It's your knowing. Yeah. You know, like when you feel excited, it's light for you. It's like, okay, like let's do it.
Yeah, the woo-woo. Yeah. Finding your woo-woo. And then the last tool question was, how do I be more of what I have to offer? And I love that one the most of all, because it's about discovering who you are.
Yeah.
And what do you have to offer that's unique, you know?
Exactly. And it makes you aware of all the places or spaces that you bring greater to the world, and where people see what people see in you that's creating change in their life, and what you bring to the table and out in the world.
Just by being you.
Yeah.
Just by being you. And with the Dr. Dain Heer talks about, you know, just consider the possibility. What would happen if you were like the best you that you can be? You know, and you start to think about that. And it does. It opens up your mind. It opens up the energy. And I truly believe that when you're thinking these wonderful thoughts or imagining things or feeling that energy, that's what your antenna is to the universe.
It's
and you're
your awareness.
Attracting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You become aware of the energies where you would like to, well, where your choices are, right?
Yes.
If I choose this, like, what would my life be like? And if I choose this, what would my life be like? And is this contributing to what I would like to see in my future?
Right. And it's just tapping into your intuition.
Yeah.
The magic.
You're knowing. Yeah.
You're knowing.
Yes.
I
What's
love it.
inside of you. You know. Thinking is like, takes way too long. Knowing, it's right here.
You're right.
You know it.
It's
You
in
do
your heart.
it. Yeah.
It's like letting your heart tell the story instead of your head dictating to your heart, you know?
Yeah.
It's so powerful to me. So you obviously live this and breathe it and emit it, and you are just like this ball of energy that comes around.
Doing my best. I have moments, but you know.
You're just this beautiful energy though. Like you're not this like, frenetic energy. You're just like this beautiful, happy, you know, and you make people feel good. Like you said, it was in you because people felt good when they hugged you before, and before you kind of tapped into this is your talent, you know, this is who you are.
Thank you for acknowledging it.
I love how you like kind of made me excited about being me, because you were like, yeah, I want to be the best me, and I'm pretty great.
I have good things, I have bad things, like let's play, let's change things. Hi. It's all about
I'm pretty darn good. No, I love it. Hey, this is fun. It's like, come play with me. Yeah.
That's what life is all about.
I'd much rather think about life that way than thinking about, well, I got to do this and I got to do that. And I should do this and I should do that.
What else is possible? What would I like to create in the world? What would I like to see in the world?
I love it.
What would I like to contribute?
Well, I recommend everybody who's listening to contact Melen, and I will put, is it your phone number, because you're
phone number, address, and I'm building my website now.
You're building your website now. Woohoo! What else is possible?
Exactly.
And do you do remote sessions, or do you only do hands-on in person?
I do remote sessions. I prefer
Hands-on,
face-to-face, and yeah, definitely.
Right.
But yeah, remote sessions are a possibility.
And then also for listeners who are not in the Los Angeles area, they could just go on Access Consciousness and find a practitioner.
Yes, there's many facilitators everywhere around the world.
All over the world.
Yes.
I was looking on the website, and it said that in the last couple years, they've grown from being in 40 countries to over 170 countries.
Yes, correct.
And that's amazing.
How amazing is that?
Well, that tells me that this is an emerging kind of a feeling with all people around the world. I feel like this whole awakening is happening. We're awakening to our own consciousness and our own possibilities.
Exactly. We're choosing now.
Right.
We're making choices to be conscious.
I love it. Well, let's talk a little bit more about you. So besides doing this wonderful energy work and using these tools in your own life, how do you stay of sound mind and body?
Well, I'm addicted to extreme sports.
Really?
I love to exercise. I hike, but I do downhill mountain biking,
wow,
and kite surfing, and I get to travel a lot. So it's I just love to be outside, connecting with the earth and with the elements, and just be in communion with all of it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'd like to see.
I have a dirt bike too. I go dirt biking. Yeah.
Really? Where do you do that?
Gorman, or a little everywhere here in Southern California, and then I go to Arizona once in a while. Yeah.
Beautiful. How exciting.
Yay.
I'd love to see pictures or videos.
Yes.
As I said before, I'd love to see pictures
I'll
or videos.
have to do that.
Yeah, get a GoPro.
I do have a GoPro. I do have footage. I just don't post it.
Well, I want to see it. You need to post it. It's exciting. Okay, so what's favorite sound?
It would be a waterfall. Yeah. And not a big waterfall, but medium-sized creek.
Yeah,
just
the water flowing.
Yeah, with the breeze, the trees, the leaves, just that sound. Little birds.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it sounds wonderful. I want to be there. Okay, favorite memory.
My favorite memory would be with my sister, and it would be at the Rodden waterfall. There's big rocks where you can just lay down and soak up the sun, and you hear all those sounds. And
where is that? In what?
It's in Quebec.
Quebec.
Yes,
that's where you're from.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's the Rodden waterfall.
Yes.
I'll just look that up.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds beautiful.
Very beautiful. Very serene. Just like the energy there is so powerful.
Wonderful. Canada's so beautiful.
It is.
What are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding.
It's gorgeous here too.
I'm glad you're here.
Everywhere around the world. We live on an amazing planet.
We really do.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. And I'd rather choose to focus on that than about, all this bad stuff going on,
Exactly.
Okay, so favorite place. Is that a favorite place?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you have another favorite place?
I have this planet. There you go.
I love that.
The planet here is amazing. And then until I can, visit the moon or Mars, maybe I'll change my mind then. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a great answer. Okay, so the final question, what's the most woo-woo thing you've ever done?
So I had to think about that, right? I was woo-woo. My life's a woo-woo.
Right.
But I had an amazing moment. I was in J Peak on the East Coast, and it's a ski resort. Mm-hmm. And I came in before everybody with the patrol. I went up the mountain, and the sun was rising. And I was overlooking on the horizon, and I could see the roundness of the earth.
Oh my goodness.
And I felt this energy just coming through the earth, through my feet, through my body, and out of my head. And I looked up, and I could see the stars, and I was like,
wow.
It was absolutely beyond. I have no word to describe it, but that was my moment where I was like, okay, I'm here for, there's something here that I'm coming to do and that I'm connected to that is greater than I could ever imagine.
That is an amazing woo-woo moment. I want to be there. I love
so beautiful,
that.
Yeah.
Well, Melen, this has been so fun, and I love being around you and your energy, and I want to have a session again soon.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us today. And
you are so welcome.
So everybody can get in touch with you. What is should they phone number or email?
Yes, phone number 818-216-8794. And my email is Mylene, Mylene, B as a boy, 77 at iCloud.com.
Okay, and I'm going to put both of those in the show notes for everybody to get in touch with you, and I highly recommend it. Or look up an Access Consciousness practitioner near you.
Yes.
And we're going to try and get Dr. Dain Heer on. I have been in touch with him, but he's very busy traveling all over the world.
Yes,
so.
He is in Dublin right now. I was on a telecall with him and Gary.
Oh my gosh.
On the creative edge of consciousness.
Oh. Well, we'll hopefully get him on sometime in the future. Thank you so much, Mylene.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's it for this episode. And are you feeling the energy as much as I am and Tim is? We're all sitting here buzzing from Mylen's wonderful energy. So how do you channel that energy? Let us know. What are you doing? Send us an email or a voice memo to soundmindbodypodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like the podcast, I really appreciate you giving us a review on iTunes. It helps new listeners find us. Thank you to our producer, Tim Edwards, and the Inbound Podcasting Network. And thank you so much to our guest, Mylene Aldrich. Get in touch. I'm on Instagram at Sound Mind Body Podcast, or find us on Facebook or the web. Search for Sound Mind and Body Podcast. I'm Sheila Melody. Join us next week as we explore, enlighten, and evolve.